The old wolf trotted over the hill with a little pink heart in its teeth. A pattern appeared in the snow, a trail made by paws and a tail and drops of candy-colored blood. And that pattern could be read as if it were a fairy tale, although the night was much too cold for fairies. From behind a surf of clouds, the moon skidded into view like a boogie board. Cautiously glancing left to right, the wolf set its treasure down on a fallen tree trunk, raised its muzzle toward the sky, and through dandelion parachutes of its own frozen breath, issued a long wail that sounded like a 6,000-year-old ambulance. Suddenly, the moon howled back. For a long moment, the wolf held itself so still that it might have been a cardboard cutout in a theater lobby. A sequel to Dances with Wolves from the animal's POV. Perhaps. The hairs of its mangy pelt were as erect as toy soldiers. Its eyes turned radioactive. His breath was no longer visible. Its lame leg ached. Involuntarily, it pissed in the snow, affixing a new and perhaps not so happy ending to the fairy story that was previously written there. The old wolf waited. As for the moon, it was still too, at rest on a cloud top, like a buttered skillet in which Vincent van Gogh was frying an egg. Gradually, the lunar silence reassured the wolf, for while it, like its ancestors before it, had spent its life addressing each full moon without fail, and had never once, not even as a cub, expected or desired a reply. If there was a response, it resounded in the blood, in the spinal fluid, in the wolf juice, not the ears. Wolves did the vocalizing. Among beasts, as among men, the moon was understood to be mute. But was it? Had the moon merely been hiding and biding all its time, all these years, patiently waiting for the right moment to make itself heard? Well, the wolf was straining so hard to learn that he might have finally loosened the moon's tongue, that it very nearly missed the small squeaky voice that piped up only a few inches from its nose. "Well," said the little heart, which had unobtrusively begun to beat again, puffing itself out like self-blowing bubble gum. "Now that you've gotten the news, don't you think you ought to return me to the breast from which I was ripped?" Well, although hungry and perplexed, and despite the fact that its conscience was as clean of guilt as a nun's bratwurst of mustard, the old wolf wearily complied, limping down the mountainside, squirming under the locked gate of the village, and clambering atop a snowdrift, and stealing for the second time that night through a half-open nursery window. And the next morning, my christening took place as scheduled. All right, well, my thanks to Tom Robbins, one of the greatest novelists ever born, and also thanks to Tom and Janet for this cool moon tea. All right, good night, sweet prince.